Hi, my name is Tyler Moore, and I am just so excited to be showing you how to make this blog that you're seeing right here. It's my best work to date, and I'm just super excited about it because I think it is beautiful, as you can see right here. I'm going to be showing you how to add in entries, and of course, this could be anything you want. This could be weight loss, this could be, fitness, this could be about making money or marketing or whatever it is that you do. And I'm going to show you how to add in the slider right here. And this is all without Photoshop or with no skills necessary. I'm going to show you how to put in this logo, again without Photoshop or any, HTML, CSS, none of that. I'm going to show you how to put in these social icons, this search, so people can search your blog, and I'm going to show you how to connect it to your Facebook. I'm going to show you how to add a subscribe for both YouTube and for email. It's very important to you can start building your email list. And one of the most important things, I'm going to show you how to embed advertisements. So every time someone clicks on this, it gives you from anywhere from 5 cents to up to $20. And it's very important for your blog to start generating money so you can start advertising it and it can start growing, and you need income for all the time that you put into it. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to generate a few thousand in a few months from your blog. So it takes a lot of hard work, but there's no reason why you can't do that. Another thing that we're going to do here is we're going to see how to add a contact form. So people can just fill out their information and press send, then it'll email you the information that they put in here. This is so people don't have to copy and paste your email address, and maybe you don't want to give out your email address. This will protect it so they can't see your email address. After looking at the 100 most popular blogs online and really studying them, I really figured out what should go in the navigation, and that is your different categories should go in the navigation. So if we look at the Huffington Post, and this is the #1 blog, like them or not, they have their different categories. So they have politics and business and entertainment and tech. And so if you had something like a fitness blog, you would have, exercises, nutrition, science, products, where maybe you review products and different categories. Then you can have maybe services if that's important, if you're a fitness trainer and you want people to sign up for your fitness lessons, and you can have an about section also. But these should definitely be, just like the Huffington Post has them, different categories, your different categories. So let's see what that looks like on their website. If we go to business, and hopefully your website will be quicker than theirs. Theirs is a little slow. And we can see the different blog entries here and here and here. To me, this is a little busy, but they have a lot of content. Hopefully you won't have this much content. Maybe eventually you will, but let's see what ours would look like. So let's say that this was, let's just click on small animals, and we can see that these are our entries. So we have a picture and the title, just like how they have their picture and their title. So we are emulating the best of the best. So and let's see what a blog post looks like. So we click on it, we have our picture, and we have sub headlines, and you can have this block quote, and you can have different points. And finally, we have this social sharing button. So if they like it, people can like it, and it'll get shared with their friends. And hopefully, if your blog post is good enough, it can go viral. And that's something that you definitely want, and it's quality over quantity. So just remember that it's better to spend a week on a post than to post a bunch of okay blogs. So that's what's helped me out in my blogging ventures. One question that I get often is, can I use blogger.com? Can I use Typepad? Can I just use Tumblr? And my answer to that is no. It looks not professional when you have, you know, yourname.tumblr.com or however they do it. You really want your own domain name, and that's what really is going to set you apart from the amateurs. And a lot of that time when you're on Tumblr or Typepad or blogger.com, you can't put ads. So you can't put your own ads. So it's hard to generate money from them. And that's something, if you like it or not, that you're going to have to do if you want your blog to reach as many people as possible. And it looks way more professional when you have your own domain name. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your domain name. I'm going to show you how to get hosting. I'm going to walk you through everything. So I hope you're ready, and it's going to be a fun venture, I think. So let's get started. Before we get started, one more point that I wanted to make is this website is going to be built on a platform called WordPress, and that's a content management system, which just is a fancy way of saying it helps you manage your content. So instead of having to do CSS and HTML and PHP and knowing all these coding languages, it's like Microsoft Word where you can just type it in and, it appears here. The next point I wanted to make is this is used by Fortune 500 companies. So this platform that you're using, that you're going to be, working with, is the same platform that CNN and Forbes use, and Boing Boing and Jay-Z and Katy Perry and all of these bloggers, like TechCrunch, and these people are huge. So it really is a level playing field, and it's pretty exciting that you can have the same technology as these giant companies. So with that said, let's get started. First, what you want to do is go to www.hostgator.com. Now, this is a hosting company, and they're really amazing. You could look up their reviews in Google. They are the best, in my opinion. I had a bad experience before of when I went with another hosting company. I'm not going to mention their name, but I thought all this technology and web stuff was confusing, but really it was just them. So make sure you pick a good hosting company. You can do live chat, which is really good, 24 hours a day. So if you have any questions, you can go there and ask, what's going on with my website, or if you have any problems, and they will help you with your website. Now, what hosting is when you have content from your computer and you upload it basically to the internet so the whole world can see. So all these, images and text right here, it's located on a host. So we need that so it can store all of our files so that the whole world can see it. Just like when you're on Facebook and you upload, a picture, you're uploading it to their computer, to the Facebook computer, so that everyone can see it. So it's in the same way where you upload your information to your HostGator computer. So the next thing we want to do is click on web hosting. Now, there's a difference in these plans, and I'm going to show you how to get 25% off instead of 20% off. But basically, the Hatchling plan only allows for a single domain name. So that's only like yourwebsite.com. You can't have any additional domain names. I like to go with a baby plan. This is what I have. I have about 50 websites on this baby plan, and it allows you multiple domain names. So if you want to, start a web development business, or you want to also host your friends, you want to have, your friend's website.com, your family's website.com. You can have as many as you want on this plan. So that's the one I like to go with, just because I don't want a single domain. But obviously, if you know you're only going to have one website, you can get this one. So let's go with a baby plan. I like to do it month by month, just because I don't want to these yearly ones in 2 years, they make you pay all up front. I just like to go with the monthly one. And then just click order now. So your monthly cost is going to be about $10 a month. And I think that's pretty amazing to be on the same technology as Fortune 500 companies. You also have 45 days to cancel if you figure that it's really just not right for you. To get completely set up, your website in total is going to cost less than $25. To me, that is really amazing. If you're to get this done by a traditional web developer, it would cost you thousands. Okay, and if you have an existing domain name, like you got a domain name yourwebsite.com from, let's say, GoDaddy, then you can enter in here. If you're registering a new domain name, then you're going to want to click here. So let's do a new domain name. And you can choose from .com, .net, .org. If you need something different, like .co.uk, then you're going to want to go to GoDaddy and get that first from them and then enter it in here. Now, instead of only saving 20%, you can save 25% if you type in my coupon code, UGator25, and this gives me a small commission for recommending them, so I appreciate that, and it helps you save more. So thank you for that. If you do that, you can save 25% instead of 20%. Then click Continue to Step 2. And once you do that, make sure you're on the baby package and you're getting a monthly billing cycle and that you're getting 25% off instead of 20. And you just fill out this information. So just note here that you have 45 days to cancel. We are getting your domain name, which is your website name, and that is $15, and that's yearly. That's a yearly cost. And the $9.95 is a monthly cost. Plus, we're getting 25% off for using my coupon code. So the total is under $25, like I said. It comes out to $22.46. And then you click Create Account. Next, you'll see this nice thank you page, and that's when you know it's time to check your email. So we go over to our email, and in fact, we see our HostGator account information. We just click on it, and this email is very important, so make sure you keep it around, maybe even print it. It has all your usernames and passwords and everything like that. The next thing we want to do is click on our control panel link. And once we're in our control panel, we just enter in our username, just copy it over, and password. Then just click Login. Now that we're logged in, what we want to do is we want to scroll down to install WordPress. Now this used to be really hard, but HostGator, and this is one of the good things about HostGator, is they make it really easy. Just click on the quick install. So we click on the quick install and click WordPress. Then just click Continue and select your URL. You probably only have one domain name, but I have a bunch, as you can see. So we're just going to go with that one, simple as key. We're going to put my email address, my username, and the blog title. So this could be whatever. I'm just going to put create a blog. Okay, and we could change that later if we want to. Then just click Install Now. Alright, all installed. And now we need to remember our username and password. And if you click here right now for your website, it's not going to work yet because it takes 2 to 4 hours for it to propagate. That's what it's called. It's called propagate. But just basically to tell the internet that your website is there and alive. So it takes 2 to 4 hours, and you just have to deal with that. So we're going to wait the 2 to 4 hours, and then we're going to come back and we are going to click on this and our website will work. So I'm going to take a little break right now, go outside, get something to eat, have some fun, then I'm going to come back and it's going to work. Okay, so I've waited the 2 hours. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, and so I'm just going to click here and my website works. So this is the default, what WordPress looks like by default. So we're not going to keep it like this. We're going to change the theme, make it look much better, but you have your website up and running. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remember the username and copy the password. This is a really messed up password. So the way you log in is you go to yourwebsite.com//wp-admin. All right. So we log in. And if we remember, our username is admin. That's what we set it as. And the password is this thing that we've copied. So I'm just going to paste it in there. And we're going to log in. Now, one of the first things that I like to do after I log in is change the password because I cannot remember this. So I'm going to change the password to something that I can remember. So I'm going to go to users and then hover over admin and click edit. All right, and just put a new password in here. Something that is more easy for you to remember. Okay, then just click update profile. All right, now that we have our password changed, what I like to do is I like to put a www before this URL. So our website looks like this, but I want a www in front of it. This is just a preference. It doesn't have, any effect on anything. So let's just do that real quick. So under settings, click general and put www if you like the looks of it. I like the looks of it in both places, and make sure you get this right. If you mess up on this, it's going to be very hard to log in. So double check that you're add the www and a dot. So make sure you do that right, and then just click save changes. All right, now it's going to ask you to log in again because it thinks it's a different website, but it's not. So we're just going to log in with our new username and password. All right, now that we're logged in, let's go back to the website and let's just look at how they set it up by default. So when someone sees your website, they don't see this bar up here. That's just if you're logged in. So, you can log out and this bar will disappear. So here's the name of the website that we put. We put create a blog. Here are some different, here's a different page. So this would be like an about us page, a services page, a contact page. It's a regular page. And if we go to our home, this is where our blog post is. So if we click on this, we can see the blog post, and we can even see a comment. So they have a default comment in there. And we can see that this is the header image for this theme. Not all themes have a header image, and we have a search. So it's an okay website. You've probably saved yourself a few $100s just by having this up, but it's not very impressive. So let's take a look on, let's learn how to make it more impressive. So let's go back to our dashboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the theme. So right now the WordPress theme looks like this. As you know, not very impressive, kind of boring. And so we're just going to click Appearance, then Themes. And once we're there, we're going to click Install Themes. Then we're going to type in Catch. And once we do that, we'll just click Install. and install now and activate. Once we do that, we're going to have our theme activated, and we're going to go back to our website and we're going to press refresh, and we're going to see that the content's the same but the theme is different. But there's something missing here. It just doesn't have, what is it? Content. So let's learn how to put some content. Let's learn how to put a blog post or two in here, and let's get rid of this hello world thing. So let's go back to our dashboard and go to posts, and this is adding a blog post. And we see this hello world. We're just going to put it in the trash. Alright, so we trashed it. Now let's go back to our site, and we can see that no entries were found. Not found. Okay. So let's add an entry. Let's add a blog post. So let's click add new. And this one will say, here kitty kitty. Okay, and we're gonna put in some dummy text. So I'm just gonna fill it with some dummy text. And that looks good, so we'll copy it to clipboard, and we're just gonna paste that right in there. Okay, so now you have some dummy text in there. You know, you'll definitely have some better text. You can put, you know, a headline if you want by highlighting it and expanding the kitchen sink here. That's what it's called. And we could put, you know, a headline or different things in there, whatever we want in there. And we can, you know, center align it or right align it or left align it. We can add links by just highlighting it and pressing the link button and, you know, saying this goes to google.com. You can add that link in there. So now when you click that, it'll go to Google. This is just like Microsoft Word. I'm sure you understand this. I'm not gonna berate the point. Okay, so we're just going to add an image right here. So let's just click this image button, add media, and we're going to select file, and let's go to our gallery and let's select a cat, a big cat. And once it uploads to the website, it says link URL, and this is when you click the image, it goes to a bigger picture of it. I don't want that, so I'm just going to put none. I'm going to say it's to the left, and I'm going to do it medium size. Then I'm just going to insert into post. So there it is, and we can click publish. Now, once we do that, let's take a look at our website again. And we can see that our new post is right there. So if we have another one, it'll be here. We have another one, it'll be here, etc. But it's still not looking that great. And that's because it has no picture. If we added a picture, it would look much better. So let's see how to do that. We can scroll down here and we can set featured image. And we can, it's already in our gallery, so we don't need to upload it again. And we can just click use as featured image. Okay, so we're done with that. And we click update, and we go back to our website, and we refresh, and it's looking much better. Now we have that image there, and you know, you can click on that to get to the post, or click on this to get to the post, and we can see it right there. And we can go back. But what about that big featured image that we have right there? Let's see how to do that. So we go back to our dashboard. Now we can click post once again and just click on the post. Once we do that, we're going to want to note this post equals 16 right here, this number 16. So just note that number. Then we will go to appearance and theme options. No, I'm sorry, appearance and featured slider. So we click on the featured slider. We only have one post so far, so we're only going to have one slide. Click save. And remember that number 16? Put it in right there and click save. So that number right there is the same number as this right here where it says post equals 16. Okay, so that 16 right there is the same as this featured slider 16. So we click save. Now let's go back to our website, and we can see that our slider is in there. We only have one slide, but you can click on it and you can get to the post, or you can press continue reading. So that's pretty cool, but as you can see, our tiger is cut off a little bit. We want this moved down a little bit so we can see the tiger's eyes and ears better and its face better, not its, the bottom of its paw. So let's learn how to do that. Let's go back to our dashboard. And we need a plugin in order to do this. So what a plugin is it extends the functionality of WordPress. So as an example, by default, WordPress doesn't have a good photo gallery. So if we add a new plugin and install a photo gallery, now we have a photo gallery. Another example would be a contact form where you enter in your subject and your message. By default, WordPress doesn't have it, but you can download and install a plugin that has that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a thumbnail plugin. We're going to get a thumbnail plugin. So let's go to plugins and click add new. Then just type in thumbnail here and search for plugins. And it's this post thumbnail editor. So we're going to click install now. Click OK. And we're going to activate it. Alright, now we go back to our post once again. And let's edit it. And let's click on this upload insert box, and we already have one in our gallery, so let's click on the gallery and let's scroll down, and we see this new post thumbnail editor, so let's click that. And here we can edit all of our thumbnails, and our featured slider, which is considered a thumbnail. So let's just check off that and draw a box around where we want it. Let's move it down a little bit, and that looks good. Press create thumbnails, and that looks great. So let's say okay, these look good, and we're done. So let's just update that, and let's go back to our website, and we can see that was pretty easy, that the tiger is now properly moved down. So that's pretty cool. So now let me show you how to do a post just one more time so it gets locked into your brain. Let's again go to, well, we could just do it from right here, just new post. Alright, and this one will be called Amazing Lightning. Okay, and then we want to get our dummy text in there, so we'll just copy to clipboard and we'll just paste it right in. There we go. Now we want to insert our image, so let's put an image in there and let's select files. So let's see, where is the lightning? There it is. Open. Wait for it to upload. And we got it there. I don't want it to link to a bigger picture, so I'm going to put no. Medium is great. Align left, perfect. And insert into post. Alright, we did that. That looks pretty good. And now let's set it as the featured image. So set as featured image. And it's already in our gallery, so let's hit gallery. And let's first do the post thumbnail editor. And we can check off our main image slider. And let's just crop it right there. Create thumbnail. Okay, it looks good. Now we exit again, and now we set the featured image. So you kind of have to do it twice. Use this featured image. Alright. Now we publish it. And now let's look at our website again. So we visit site and we see we have the amazing lightning and this one. Okay, but it's not in our featured slider yet, so let's fix that. So we go to post again and we click on the lightning post and we see post equals 22. So we have to remember that number 22. So let's just copy that. Go to appearance, featured slider, and number of slides now, 2. Click save, and let's put in 22, that number of the post. Click save, go back to our website, look at it, refresh it, and we can see we have our lightning in there perfectly cropped. Looks very good. We can read our blog entry, and there it is, and it looks perfect. You can also leave a comment if you want in there. And yeah, now I'm not going to bore you with me doing this a whole bunch of times. I just wanted to show you one more time. But basically, with the magic of video technology, I'm just going to speed it up real quick and add about 5 of them. All right, so let's do it. All right, now that we've done that, we've added a whole bunch of pictures. Let's go back to appearance and featured slider to get them all in the slider. So I'm opening up a new tab so I can see which post goes with what. So we have the little ladybug and whoops, little ladybug, and we can see this is 34. So we can say this is 3, save. This needs to be 34, save. Now, if we go back, we will see that beaching it up, I can see down here, if you see at the bottom of the screen, that's 31. So we go 4, save, 31. And we have no monkey business. If we see that, that's 28 right here. So we'll go 5 and save and 28. And we have 25 here, the 3 little birds. Did we get that one already? No. So we go 6, save, and put in 25. Save. All right, and now we can check out our website, and we see we have a whole bunch of image sliders here, and they are all perfectly cropped. Okay, then we have a whole bunch of new entries right here, and we can go to any of them. We could click them on the image slider or down here. So if we click that, looks just like it should. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up different categories. So for example, if you had a marketing tab up here and you click marketing, I want to see all the different marketing posts and not the ones about lightning, for example. So let's see how to do that. You want to go to your dashboard once again. Let's close that. And you want to go to post and categories. So we're going to categorize all of them. First thing you have to do is you have to set up the categories. So my categories are going to be amazing nature, and we're just going to click add new category. And also let's do monkey business. Monkey business, add new category. Small animals, add new category. Killer Kittens. Add new category. And Sweet Birds. Add category. Okay, once we have all our categories, we need to click back on posts, and we can just go to the quick edit. So the little ladybug that goes into small animals, and we'll click update. So the beaching it up, it's about beaches. We'll do a quick edit. We'll do amazing nature. Press update. The no monkey business. We'll do monkey business. Three little birds. We're going to do small animals and sweet birds. Amazing lightning. We're going to do amazing nature. And the cat one, we'll do killer kittens. And update. Okay, now that they're all categorized, if we go back to our website, we can see that our menus still aren't set up. So let's set up our menus. And the way you do that is you go to Appearance and then Menus. Alright, give your menu a name. It could be any name. We could just press Menu. And we'll save it as the primary menu. So the primary menu is the menu. Alright. And the primary menu just means the main menu right here. Sometimes there's multiple menus, but this theme only has one menu. Okay, now it says what categories to use. We'll say View All, and we'll click all of them, and we'll just say Add to Menu. And we'll save the menu. Now if we go back to our website, we can see that we have different menu options. So if we go to Amazing Nature, we can see that two posts have been categorized as Amazing Nature, the beach one and the lightning one. If we go to Killer Kittens, we see that one is there, and if we go to Monkey Business, there it is, and Small Animals, we see the ladybug and the three little birds, and if we go to the birds, we see the birds. Okay, so our menu isn't set up yet though, so sometimes I like having a home if someone wants to get back to your home page. So we're going to create a custom link URL, and just type in yourwebsite.com and put home, and then click Add to Menu. And here you can just drag it all the way up so it's ordered properly. This is the first one, this is the second one, etc. Click Save Menu, and now we can go back and we can see that the home is now there. So that's pretty cool. The next thing I want to show you how to do is how to make a page. So a page is different than a blog post because a blog post goes right here and it gets categorized and everything. A page is more static. So that's like an about, a services, a contact, that sort of thing. So what we want to do is new, and we'll go to page. So this is just going to say about me, and we'll get some dummy text again. And we'll just put that in there. And you obviously can put a picture in there if you want. And we'll just click publish. So there's the About Me page. And if we look on our website, we'll see that it's not there because we haven't added it to the menu yet. So let's go back to our dashboard, go to Appearance and Menus. And under Pages, we see an About Me page, and just add it. Then click Save Menu. And now we will see it on the website. So About Me, we see it. It looks different. It doesn't have that sidebar, which I'm going to explain later, like this does. See the sidebar right here? It doesn't have it. It can have it if you want, but it doesn't have it right now. And the way you do that is you edit the page, and here's the template, and it has the sidebar. But so that's that, and let's now add another page. Let's add a contact page. So we'll just press contact, and let's put in some dummy text again, but here we want a contact form. So I'm just going to publish this, but we don't have a contact form yet on this WordPress. So let's go to plugins and add new. Now there's a contact form called Contact Form 7 that I like. So let's just search for that and install it now. So, okay. And then activate it. Now once you activate it, you have this new contact tab here. Not all plugins do that, as you saw with the thumbnail plugin, but some do. So just click that. And we can copy the short code. Just copy it, and that's what inserts the contact information. So we copy that, and then we go to our page again, and edit the contact, and we just paste that right in. So we paste that in, and we press update. So this is where our contact, this is the code for our contact form. All right, now we can view the page, and we see that we can fill this out and put hello and hi there, and we can send it, and it will send. Now that message is in my inbox, in my email inbox. So that's how you set up a contact form, and now let's put it inside of here. So let's go to the dashboard, go back to our menu, and put that new page, the contact page, into the menu. Alright, and then save the menu, and we'll visit the site again. And there we go, we have a nice menu right there. If we want to see that the contact form information really did land in my email inbox, we could just go to my email, and someone has shared an album with me. Hung. It's weird. I don't know, Hung. Okay. Well, nice pictures, Hung, but I don't know you. So there is our contact form information. So I just submitted, and I put, hello, and I put hi there. So that is that. The next thing that we're going to do, well, first let's close all these windows. But the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little logo right here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to go here and then to the dashboard. And we're going to go to appearance and theme options. So this is just for this particular theme. And then we're going to click logo. And we can see that this logo is here now. So we can actually save changes, and we can see that the logo is now there. But we don't want that logo, we want a different logo. So let me show you how to do that. I'm going to go to a website because I don't feel like making a logo from scratch right now. So it's dryicons.com, and I'm just going to search for free icons. So just something that I think is cool. And as soon as I find it, but this is a cool website that allows you, if you want to get icons for free, you have to give them credit. So maybe like a little link back, but it's very cool that they give you free icons. So that's awesome. And if I could just find a one that I like here, then we can be on our way. Yeah, this one. This is good. Okay. And then we're just going to download it, and make sure you download it as PNG. What PNG is, it allows for transparent background, so that you can have a gray background or a green one or a white one, and no matter what, the icon will look good without like a white box around it. So let's just do PNG. I'm just downloading it to my desktop. And I will minimize this so I can show you. Then just unzip it. And that's all you gotta do. So just download it, unzip it, and then we'll bring back the window. And we can exit this out. And just click logo, and we want to change the header logo. Change logo. And we'll select file. And we'll go back to our desktop and we'll see the icons. And let's do the biggest one. And just search for something that we like. Let's see. That one's pretty cool. And then just click insert into post. Alright, and click save. So now we have that, but if you see up here our little fave icon, that's not changed yet either. So let's change that. So let's go here. Oh, actually, I don't think that's the fave icon's here. So we click there, then we change the fave icon and we select it. And I think you might have to select the 32 by 32. So let's just click that. Let's find our icon again and press open and insert into post. And we can save that. So there we go. We have our little fave icon, and if we go back to our website, we also have our cool little logo now. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some social icons up here, maybe some Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So let's see how to do that. We go to our dashboard once again, and we go to Appearance and Theme Options. So and then we have social links right here, and Facebook. Let's just say http facebook.com/Knewton. You can add me as a friend, that'd be cool. Twitter, bam, and YouTube, bam. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, save. All right, now that we have that saved, let's visit our site, and we can see we have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Looks pretty cool. Let's open it up in a new tab, see what it looks like. All right, awesome. And that's the same as, Facebook, Twitter. Okay. All right, the next thing we're going to do is add some social sharing to our blog post. So if we click a blog post right now and we scroll down to the bottom, it should allow us to like it and to tweet it and to, +1 it. But right now that is not available. So we're going to download a plugin that puts the social sharing right there so your articles can more easily go viral. So let's go to our dashboard and let's go to plugins and add new. And we're just going to type in social share and search for the plugins. And add Twitter, Facebook, like Google+. That looks good, so we're just going to install now and press OK. Then we're going to activate the plugin. And then we're going to go to the settings and go to social share. So that's where the settings are for the social sharing. And we're going to make it so that it doesn't show up on the archive pages and it doesn't show up on regular pages, just blog post. It doesn't show up in categories. It just shows up on the single blog post and not the search results either or the tags. Okay, so we're going to do that and we're going to do it below the post. So after they read it, they can share it. You can do it above or however you want. And we will save the changes. Okay, so now let's look at our page and see if it did it right. And there we have it. So now we can like it, +1 it, tweet it, share it with LinkedIn, or stumble it. So that is our social sharing plugin. Next up, we are going to be editing the sidebar right here. In the sidebar, a lot of the times there's advertisements, there's subscribe to your newsletter, there's you're advertising your products here. So we are going to edit this. The first thing we're going to learn is where to edit that. So we're just going to open up a new tab here and go into our dashboard and go to Appearance and Widgets. That's where the sidebar is. So we can see search, recent post, recent comments, and we can see the search bar, the recent post, recent comments. So we're just going to take out recent comments. We're just going to delete it. So now we have search, recent post, and if we refresh it, we'll see that the recent comments did disappear. So now we're going to also take out the archive and just delete it. And now that disappeared, and we're going to take out the meta and delete it. And we can refresh, and we'll only see these three. So let's refresh, and we see 1, 2, and 3. So that's pretty cool. But how do we add something even cooler? Let's go to Google and search for a Facebook like box. So let's go there, and let's say our page is facebook.com/Knewtent, and the width is and you'll get a sense for how wide something should be if you do this for a little while, but it's probably about 295, and the height is probably about 410. So let's not show the stream, and so we can see all the people that like your page, and let's press get code. In order to not have to do any fancy coding stuff, just click iframe. Now, when you click iframe, it doesn't save your width and height, so we're going to have to change that again. That's a little Facebook glitch. So let's copy it and press OK. Now we can go back to our widgets, and let's create a arbitrary text or HTML and just drag it over. And let's move it up a little bit. Make it go right under the search, and open that up. And like me on Facebook. Or maybe join me. That's better. Alright, and let's just paste that code in there. So from this code, when you press get code, you're just pasting from the iframe tab that code into here. And let's change the width and height. So let's change the width to 295 and the height to 410. So it's a little taller than they usually do it. So width, that's fine, 295, height 410. And let's save that. Now let's see what that did. If we can refresh here, we can see it says join me on Facebook. It then puts some of my users' faces right there. So then people can like it, but I've already liked it. So, all right, so that is pretty cool. And we're not done here yet. The next thing we're going to do is add a YouTube subscribe widget. So what we want to do is go here and go to our dashboard and get a new plugin, add new, and let's just type in YouTube subscribe. Search for plugin, and we have the YouTube subscribe widget, and just install now and press OK. And then activate the plugin. And once that's done, we go back to our widgets and let's click refresh. And we can see our YouTube new widget here. So let's just drag it under the recent post and let's put in my username, Knewtent. Find me on YouTube, and let's do the width to 90 and the height 110 and click save. And let's see what that did. So we will add a new tab, and we can see that we have a little subscribe thing. And now people can click on your YouTube channel and subscribe. So that is pretty cool. The next thing we're going to do is very important. We're going to add an email subscription sign up so people can enter in their email address, and then you can start growing your list of email subscribers. So what we want to do is we want to go to MailChimp.com, and they offer a free email account as long as you have under 2,000 subscribers. And we'll just log in and put in our username and password. Then what you want to do is you want to click on lists and just click any of your lists. I'll just click that one and go to for your website sign up form embed code. And we see this sign up form, which is pretty cool. And I'm not going to put the title for it, so I'm just going to have it like that. And then we're going to just create the embed code, and we're going to copy it. Okay, and then we will go back to our widgets. We'll save this. And we will drag a text widget again, and we'll just say subscribe. And we'll paste it in. And we'll click save. Then we will refresh, or we'll go to a blog post. And we'll see that the subscribe is there, and you can enter. They can enter in their email address and click subscribe, and they'll sign up for your mailing list. You'll get, notified from MailChimp that someone has subscribed, and then you can email them your marketing. I don't like how this is not full width. It doesn't go all the way to the end. That kind of bothers me, and I don't know why that happens, but we can easily override that by doing a little CSS. So if you want to, you can follow along here and just do a little CSS. So after this required, I think what we can do is we could do style equals, and then in 2 quotes, width 290 pixels. Alright, and just click save. And hopefully this will, when we refresh it, be 290 pixels wide, which it is now. So that looks much better that it's wider. Alright, the next and maybe most important thing I'm going to show you is how to embed ads into your blog so that you can start to generate some money from it. The first thing we want to do here is just go to google.com/AdSense and just click on My Ads. Then you could do New Ad Unit, and you can name it. And you can choose an ad size. Let's go with something like a square, same width and height. And there's a whole bunch of options. And by the way, signing up for AdSense is free and easy, so I'm not going to show you how to do that. Then click Save and Get Code. Now we can just copy this. And we could go back to our widgets and drag a text widget, paste it in, and press save. Then we could go back to our website, and we see that the ad will be here. Google, it takes a couple of hours for the ads to appear, but once they appear, then you can, when someone clicks on it, you'll get, anywhere from 5 cents to $20 a click, depending on, what your content is. So something like financial content will give a bigger click than something about cats, because they can make more money for someone who wants to sign up for a credit card rather than someone who wants to see a funny cat online. So that is that, and the next thing and last thing I want to show you is how to make your website links search engine friendly. So we can see that, let's close this. We can see that if we go to our website and we click on this, we can see that it says P equals 31. That's not very good for the search engines, that's not very descriptive, and it's not very good for humans to remember. So the way to change that is you go to Settings, then Permalinks, and you just click Post Name, then click Save Changes. And now if we visit our site, we can see that we have, it spells it out. So that's much better for the search engines, and that's much better for users to remember. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I want to thank Catch Themes for making this beautiful website template and releasing it for free for everyone. That was very cool of him. Yeah, it's just a beautiful website that you can make money on. You can build your email subscribers. You can get people to like it. And it's just a beautiful blog. It's the best tutorial that I've made so far. And yeah, just please like this video, please share it, please subscribe. Thank you for watching through the whole thing. And if you're going to use HostGator anyways, please use my coupon code UGator25. It helps me be able to make these free tutorials, and you save 25% instead of 20%. Thank you so much. Please comment below, and we'll talk soon.